Sunil Ramakrishna. This is the basically next part, that is the this is the 54th number part, and in 54th number part basically it's a request basically. So here one of the person told that using the dollar underscore request on dollar underscore post basically request data submitted from the HTML form. So see basically this is the form, action is post, sorry, method is post, action is this file name, input text is this is the name, this is the submit button, and when basically the submit button are pressed, that time basically this many data basically gets submit to next page, that is the this page basically, because in action basically it's this page basically. So it goes to next page, and in next page basically is written dollar request and that file, that text box name. So when you will write here echo dollar name basically, which is derived from this, and this basically has given the data to this page, variable, this will basically give, for example here basically you have typed Sunil or NAIR. When you submit the data, submit the form, that time basically here in next page basically, that is the this page basically, this is different page and this is different page. So demo request basically is the page, assume that basically this is that page that contain this data. So this data basically, that is the dollar request f name basically, that will print Sunil or NAIR basically. So you can just imagine basically up to what level the internets basically are connected. So one of the person told that the requests basically are very powerful basically. In this basically the form sub here basically everything is basically what basically, this all thing basically are what, everything is HTML na basically. This is HTML, this is HTML, this is HTML, this is HTML, this is only basically PHP. Action, this is also HTML actually. Action basically is given in HTML, but the file name basically that is PHP. So from here the PHP programming comes. This all are HTML basically, and this is the page basically which contains the PHP. That basically is this. So these all are PHP basically. Rest of the parts are of basically HTML basically. So this basically gives the name Sunil or NAIR basically. So see basically HTML. See itself basically showing that HTML is the same and the PHP code basically in the same PHP file name, and the PHP basically like this basically stuff basically. Some extra lines of security basically. One of the person told that this is a simple action page, right? Basically here basically we are not passing anything, we are not doing anything. It's basically simple action basically. In that action basically the file name is given. Now basically we will go with some extra line of securities like this is HTML, this everything is HTML, but this is basically PHP. So in action basically you are passing this stuff basically. You are basically passing dollar server PHP cell. So what is PHP cell basically? That basically we know basically what PHP cell is. File name of the current executing script. So whatever script basically you are executing, for example hello world.php, so it's hello world.php. One person told that we want to be basically having some dynamic, we want to create some dynamic page basically. So these all are the dynamic page basically. Here basically you can give the file name also basically, there is no issue basically, but people says that basically we want less coding basically, less recoding basically. So this page basically you can save as, and basically you can reuse. Just basically you have to change this everything design. Lots of people says that basically we have created some dynamic also basically, dynamic HTML pages. So this also basically they don't create basically. So they basically use the dynamic scripting. But there also basically you have to write the scripting na basically. That is dynamic basically. But you have to write the scripting basically. Without writing basically, if without writing, lots of people say the AI तो है ना अपने पास. We told that basically AI basically give one form basically. But that also basically is one form na basically. Because AI, what is actually AI? So one of the person told that Sunil, basically you have told that basically less coding, less resources uses. So AI basically, the person who created the AI basically, he is using the standard basically. Just now basically I basically told that basically. So he might be using that basically. Otherwise, that's why basically he is using AI basically. Otherwise, what is the meaning of AI basically? That command basically, for example, I told that I want this many form. So AI told that basically take this form. Basically, chat GPT told that basically इतने सारे forms हैं हमारे पास, take that basically. But that form basically we might be having in the hard disk also. We can be having in the pen drive also. We can be having in the Google or basically any Rediff mail also basically. That we have to copy and the paste. That much basically burden basically we have to take. So one of the person told that here basically what is the benefit of AI? But only basically the benefit is that basically um, uh, 10 forms basically AI told that basically this is the form. So what actually AI actually do what basically? He basically reduce what basically? One of the person told that he reduce what basically? He basically reduce what basically? So one of the person told that he might be reducing what basically? For example, he given one form and in that form basically HTML text would be there. Some special things basically are available in the AI basically. So I don't think basically some Chinese of the special things are basically available in the AI basically. So what basically is the AI? Yeah? One of the person basically asked the question. AI basically set of commands basically they give. They say that basically everything basically we gets into the lots of ready-made formulas basically are available. So one of the person told that there is one pattern basically which is created by AI group basically. You have to use that pattern. That is basically simple roadmap basically. This is the roadmap which is created. But if roadmap basically is created, then traffic might not be there basically. So one of the person told that that traffic basically is handled by Amazon group and internet group basically. So one of the person told that your program basically is handled by internet group basically. So what basically you have the control basically. One of the person I have asked that also basically that what you have the control. That is your program and your program is controlled by the internet providers basically. So one of the person told that one day Microsoft basically will say that basically, अरे भाई my program basically is handled by the internet group basically. I don't have any control. So that time basically might basically come basically. So Microsoft basically told that basically, yeah basically they have taken our program basically into their control basically. So Microsoft told that basically, so I have to pay to government also, I have to pay to the internet group also. Up to what level basically money I have to pay basically. So that basically question one day it might raise basically. So one of the person told that is basically the Microsoft problem, basically, not our. So see basically. Request method if is a post and request method is post. See it's the post. So request method also basically we saw in the above basically that will give the current request basically on the base of which request the form has been submitted. So it is post. So it will come here and then basically this is also one function HTML special characters function request and the file name. This is the form name and it will basically say that if it's empty then basically name is empty and if it's not empty then basically you have to print the name.